Look at this. The amount of comments I had tagging her and this video, stunning. Stunning! The YSL Lavender Blush saga continues. My comments in my video talking about this are an absolute shit show mess. So in my video, I had said, who would this work for? And a lot of people tagged Ocean in my video, who's absolutely stunning, by the way. Thank you for tagging her. I followed her. I think she's an absolutely beautiful creator, like truly stunning inside and out. She has albinism, which means she has no pigment in her skin. So the lavender actually did show up on her skin. So the comments, I think, is where people are getting a little confused, and I thought I would talk about this. People in my comments were talking about how diversity is supposed to go both ways and it's supposed to apply to the lightest of complexions as well. And I understand the sentiment, I do. However, that's not what this is about. In my video originally, I said, if YSL wants to make a shade this light, that is their prerogative. But I think that they need to create more inclusive shades as well. That would work on deeper complexions. So let me just say this, if you are light or fair, all of these YSL shades are going to work on you. Every single one. You might not like the color. You might have to dial back the amount that you put on because it might be too pigmented on your skin. But the color is going to show true to color because you are fair. That is not the case if you have a deep, dark complexion. Let me explain it in super simple terms. If you get a white piece of paper and a black piece of paper, and you get a pink marker, you draw a line on that white piece of paper, it's gonna show up pink, true to color, because white reflects color and reflects light. You get that same marker and you draw on that black piece of paper, you're barely gonna see even a hint of pink because black absorbs color and absorbs light. The same exact thing applies to your skin tone. If you are white, anything that you put on your whiter skin is going to reflect the true color because it is white. White is always bouncing back color. If you have a lot of melanin and depth to your skin, the color will be absorbed. You put a white base blush on deeper complexions, it's going to look gray because white plus black equals gray. The color is being absorbed, so it's going to give you a gray cast, and that is what people refer to as something being ashy. So the argument that inclusion goes both ways when it comes to these blushes is null and void because if you are fair, all of them are gonna work on you. And if you're deep, they're not all gonna work on you. I think it's really important to continue to have these conversations because I don't think that a lot of people realize that that is what the case is. Because I am light, all these shades, every single one of them is gonna show up true to color on me because my skin is reflecting the color in these blushes. I might not love every color, but most of them would work on me. And I think that's the part that people aren't understanding. When Gloria swatches all 6 of them on her skin and they all look ashy and gray, that doesn't mean it's inclusive. That's why when a brand like YSL launches 6 blushes and not one of them work on a deep complexion, it's not acceptable. Especially with the size of the brand and the money that's behind YSL Beauty. It's a humongous brand with humongous backing. There's really no excuse when you're that size. And on top of that, marketing it for everyone. I hope this makes sense. I tried to explain it the best that I could and trying to get all my thoughts, in video form. This is why the inclusion conversation is so important because most things are catered for lighter complexion. We can have this conversation in a respectful way. We can, okay? We can be respectful. You don't need to be crazy in the comments. My comment section got crazy as hell. It doesn't need to be like that. We can be respectful and just have open conversation. So yeah, I hope that helps a little bit when it comes to this conversation.